Ambiance, Night Elf, Turtle Rock. I'm so angry right now, guys. So angry.
Something you're doing, be happy to. I can do that. Greetings.
Why? Why?
Be happy to.
I am angry for the reason most gamers are angry ever. Because they play bad. Oh my god, 21?
Ready to work.
Well, I bet making this dude 20 and 2 will make you feel better. That would make me feel better.
Ready to
If
work.
that could happen. That would be very nice. That would be very nice.
What do you want?
Come as you are, as you were.
Happy to.
As I know you will be.
Yes.
Smells like 22.
Ready to work. Work complete. Something complete. Happy what you want. Yes. Something you're doing. Work, work. Be happy to. Work, work.
I didn't see the creeps.
Ready to work.
They could still be there.
Something you're doing.
Yes, let the hate flow through you.
Work, work. Ready to work. I can do that. What do you want?
Yeah, it's my favorite Led Zeppelin song as well, Amaterasu.
I thank you.
Thank you for the entertainment.
Thank you very much, generous sir slash madame. Appreciate.
Work complete. Something you're doing? Why you play the 6 pages? What task is there? Are you here? I can do that. Yes, hello. Excellent. Yes.
Just in case I lose the peon.
I am yours. Yes. Something you're doing? Yes, Lord. Excellent choice. Yes. Are you hero and obey? Yes.
But I didn't, so I cancelled the peon.
What do you want? Oh. Hey. Excellent choice. Hey. Something you're doing? We need more lumber. Task is there. Yes. Hey. Are you hero and obey? Hey. Yes. Work are you hero and obey? Yes.
Jeez.
Are you hero and obey? Oh. What task is there? Hey. Are you hero and obey? Hey. Yes. Hey. Excellent choice. Hey.
If I don't windwalk it, he's gonna last hit it.
I am yours. Yes. Oh. Hey. Are you hero and obey? Hey. Yes. Are you hero and obey? Hey. Excellent choice. Hey. Are you hero and obey? I am yours. Yes. What do you want? What task is there? Hey. Master.
Didn't expect him to AOW creep that.
Are you hero and obey? Excellent choice. Are you hero and obey? Hey! Are you hero and obey? Excellent choice. Are you hero and obey? Excellent choice. Yes! Excellent choice. Yes! Excellent choice. For the burning blade! Are you hero and obey? Yes! Taste my blade! Ah! Wait! What do you want? Are you hero and obey? Work complete. What task is there? Taste my blade! Master? I am yours. For the burning blade! Yes! Oh! Yes! Yes! Yes. What do you want? Time for killing. Master? I am yours. What do you want? Dabu. Dokta. Oh! Master? Dabu. Dokta. I am what yours. What do you want? Oh! Are you hero and obey? Master? What task is there? Excellent choice. Are you hero and obey? Yes, Lord. Yes! Hey! Yes! Excellent choice. Hey! Yes! What do you want? What task is there? Yes! Oh, are you hero and obey? Yes, Master. What do you want? I am yours. Yes, Lord. What do you want? What task is there? Yes, Master. Doctor. What do you want? Gabu. Yes, Lord. Excellent choice. Yes. Master. I am yours. Oh. Hey.
Okay, I'm gonna go for shamans and grunts with a possible transition to bloodlust. And of course, trying to check where he might be at. For Shadow, I'll probably pick snakes. I think it's generally the best. Oh wow, he was so greedy, huh? To take this one. No second entangle yet, but he will soon.
Excellent choice. I am yours. Something. What task is there? Hey, are you hero? We are enemies. I am yours. Yes, Lord. Yes.
He's getting an entangle soon. He took my vision.
What task is there? Hey, yes. Are you hero? Yes, Lord.
Quite smart.
Yes. Excellent choice.
See if we can possibly get his. I'm just gonna spam grunts and shamans for now for tier 2 hegemony. That should be one dead grunt, but it's not the worst. We knew that he only has one entangle left, that's why we don't mind contesting him here. But if we're not fast, he will have entangle again.
Excellent choice.
And soon we'll have Purge. That's why we need this Pronto. Our only chance to get one of the visions. Nice call, I think. Worked out.
How can I help? Something
We can fight now because we've got this spell. Very eager to acid bomb things that may not die. Very eager to acid bomb. Very nice. Okay, I think this feels like a pretty good way to play the matchup right now against what he has. Very basic army, no war mail, snakes for dryads, grunts for meat shield, and hero damage and shamans for dispel. I don't think you want to branch out too much to different tech routes. I don't think I even want to make a war mail yet. Just grunts and shamans, lots of them. He's actually thinking of creeping again. Almost shaman upgrade. And there we go. He has a tree of life, so greedy. Demolishers would actually be okay now because he really is making loads of dryads. He did acid bomb on a single grunt instead of a packet of these natives. It's just sad. Disappointing, really. On a single grunt, acid bomb.
We be charming. Yes, Lord Chief.
He actually went to go pull the creeps now. Can you believe it? I'm right here, bruh.
Oh, I direct me. Yes, Lord.
We are eating
Yes, Lord Chief. Excellent choice. Yes, Lord. Oh, yes, Lord Chief. We're under attack. Excellent choice.
my power.
Work complete. Direct me. Yes,
We
Lord.
just want to delay his expo for as long as possible.
I am yours, Lord Chief. For the poor, direct me. Oh,
And it's working.
task is there. Yes, Lord. How can I help? What do you want? We need more gold. Yes, Lord Chief.
We are running out of mana,
Yes.
but at least he still didn't
I
expand.
am yours. Yes, Lord.
Now we've made him commit to so many dryads.
What task is there? Excellent. How can I help? Oh, direct me.
We are
Yes, Lord. Yes. Oh, right. I am yours. What task is there? Haste my blade. Excellent. I am yours, Lord Chief. Are you hero and obey? Yes. Yes, Lord. How can I am yours.
use my power.
Oh. What task is there? I am
Be
yours.
my next big death. We be
Direct me. Yes, we're under attack. I am research complete. What task is there? Direct me. Yes, Lord.
All parts accounted for. Let's go out.
What do you want? Yes, happy to. What task is there? Are you hero and obey?
All systems go.
Oh, yes, Lord Chief.
What you got?
What task is there?
Engines running.
Yes, Lord. How can I help? What task is there? We're under attack. Direct me. What task is there? Hey, yes, Lord. How can I help? Oh, yes, Lord. Yes.
We be my next big death.
I am yours. Yes, Lord Chief.
What you got?
What task is there? And build there. Oh, I am yours. What task is there?
You be my next
Oh,
big death.
how can I help? I am yours. Yes, Lord Chief. Oh,
All systems go.
what task is there?
Engines running. I'm on top of it.
Yes. Yes, Lord. What task is there? Yes, Lord Chief. Oh, research development is doing. What do you want?
Completed pillage.
Yes, Lord. Yes.
You be my next
I'm all geared
big
up.
death.
Oh, what do you want? I am yours. Yes, Lord. How can I help? What do you want? What task is there?
We'll creep here. Gives us nice access to
Yes.
Who do I kill first?
to keep defending our home base here,
Are you hero and obey?
We are
while at the same time value creeping. He's probably doing the Ogre Lord.
Understood. Direct me. Yes, Lord. Excellent. How can I help? Something is doing. You already doctor? Oh,
We'll get the critical upgrade.
yes.
Engines running.
Oh,
Who be my
I'm all
next
geared up.
big them.
I am yours. How can I help? Work complete. What do you want? Yes, Lord. Yes.
Use my power.
Work complete.
As bingo
Master?
man.
Oh, how can I help? What task is there?
Yeah.
I am
Crystal
yours.
Orb, nice item.
What you got?
Oh, yes, Lord Chief.
No more than he deserves.
You can't build there. I am yours. Yes.
When all moon walls are gone, feels good, man.
Haste to my blade.
Engines running.
Are you hero and obey?
I'm all geared up.
Yes, Lord. I am yours. I direct. Yes, Lord.
All systems go.
What task is there?
Direct my blade.
I am yours. How can I help? Yes, Lord. Oh, are you hero? Yes, Lord Chief.
What you
I
got?
am yours.
I can handle that.
Oh,
Engines Who's running?
How can I help? I am yours. Yes. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord Jesus. Work complete. Not enough man, Master. Oh, yes.
What you got? I'm all geared up. I'm on
Yes,
top.
Lord. How can I help? Oh, yes,
What you got?
yes, Lord. Directed me.
Engine's running.
Oh,
I'm all geared up.
what? How can I help? Yes, Lord.
Righty way.
What? How can I?
Good.
All systems go.
I am yours. How can I help?
Nice. Let's watch the replay. Game Freak, thank you for the 9 months, man. Thank you very much. I like this strat. Do you get upgrades on your grunts? I didn't, Incinerator, and thank you, yeah. This is a harkening back to a 2004 strategy, and you need to keep in mind a concept of minimalism. The moment you start thinking about upgrades, you become less fluid to adapt to your opponent's unit choice, because you've invested more in the current one. If I played this game again, an armor upgrade would be just fine, but at the same time I only have like 4 or 5 grunts. You want to be ready to make so many grunts and so many shamans if it gets down to it. And that's generally also what you will do against Hunch's Archer. The Demolishers was a nod towards his Mass Dryads. Wow, so close. If you add raiders or kodos or upgrades, you're spending a little bit more and preventing yourself from countering mountain giants.
Your building.
2-2 grunts will actually do okay against giants, so you could do that. But maybe you do that only if you see early MG.
Create more moonwells.
I think you can probably afford 1 attack upgrade for grunts, but I was fully switching to demos, so... I think Orc has 3 options against mountain giants. Very upgraded grunts with Bloodlust.
Your building is
Torrents with support from casters as well. And Bloodlusted Wyverns. I'm wondering what's the concept behind building towers, or precisely at which range to the enemy base should I build them? Okay, the concept of the towers is to get a foot in the door. You don't need to go sit on their living room couch or to crawl in the dog bed, just a foot in the door. It's not even to siege down their base, it's a fallback point. I built them here because here's water, but I would have built them here just as eagerly. If I have a massive advantage and it's melee versus melee, maybe I built them right here, but it wasn't the case. What does Undead do against giants? Abos? To a degree, Coil Nova, depending on high levels. Abominations, yes. And in theory, Mass Ghouls, but that doesn't work against heroes as well, usually. But like, if you have Dreadlord Fast Expand with triple crypt ghouls, you don't need to go to Abons. You just go 80 foot ghouls with 3 heal scrolls, but you need that expansion. You can also clear trees here and make towers there, yeah.
my building is complete.
Yeah, I like the strat too, Incinerator, because raiders, they're so weak against treants and mountain giants and bears, and walkers take too long to dispel, and they cost too much mana in the end to dispel. Take up a lot of food, and they're really not good against dryads. And you don't have crowd control. And because you go snakes and heal, you also have nothing to root them or ensnare them. No hex and no ensnare. So you must go shamans as your chosen dispel. And then it makes a lot of sense to transition to Bloodlust in the end. Most elves bring Wisp against me now, so I find walkers so useless. Yeah, dude. I know what you mean. And it's a little bit the same with Shaman. It can also be quite bad. But at least you get Lightning Shield, you can purge Shaman, costs even more mana, but it's only a single purge if you purge a Wisp.
Ready to brew.
Both casters get abused, but at least shamans instantly have an effect. Purge works so fast, and disenchant has a bit of a shorter casting range and delay. So, okay, let's see. He went double lore, and then when did he make his Tree of Life? That's what I wanted to know. Oh, okay, before his first Dryad. Kind of an early tier 2 expo. That's what I wanted to see. And then how many upgrades did he have on Dryads? I think it was perfectly fine for both of us to be delayed. That's why I stayed here. He's 2.3, 1.4, we're 2.2 and 1.7. So essentially we're already further with level. And as long as we put snakes down, we've got a fallback place for Dryads. And he's 41 food and has a tree, we saw that now. So now it really is about just wasting his time. Because he can, if I leave and creep, he creeps as well, but better because he can tank. And he will expand, so I just stay. Why Shaman and Grunts? Well, it's the most basic, cheap army that just performs quite well, actually. The Grunts are the meat shield, the Snakes are the damage, and the Shaman are the dispel and the crowd control, the root. If I go for Shaman Headhunter, I don't really need Snakes, do I? With Shaman Headhunter. Because I already have Piercing. And then suddenly I would need a tank that I wouldn't have. Acid bombs get more effective against HH Shaman. Also, Bloodlust Grunts are really nice. Much better hero damage as well when you compare Grunts to Headhunters. It's just like this, you have 3 damage types. It's a bit more flexible. So one thing that's really important here, like if you try to play like this, your games may not go the same as mine, and this game didn't need to go the same as this either. He could have done one base Dryad MG, and it would probably play out quite differently. You need to keep seeing, is his Dryad count growing? Yes or no? And if it is, that's fine. Like, Dryads, in theory, they counter Grunts and Shaman because of the slow, but once Bloodlust enters the fray, they will take hits. They can't stand there and take it. Snake damage is 14 to 16. I think he could have done better, like micro away from me. Just kiting a lot, attack and back, attack and back, attack and back. I think, yeah, I've got no crowd control really. If I were him, I would continually engage me. And then kite back 1-2 steps, attack again, kite back, and so on.
I think.
But now that I have demos, it won't be so easy. Shaman. Ding, 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 ding. Thank you, Juddy. Thank you for the sub, Gui Busy. I wanna just watch Demolisher shots. It's so satisfying.
Research finished. Your building is complete. Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
So he got the crystal orb, pretty unlucky. Gets both mountain giant upgrades. Wellspring.
Our sacred grove is being researched.
He really wanted to finish this camp. That's why he lost all his wells.
Your building is complete.
The fire upgrade on Demolishers does the following. It leaves a damage zone for about 2.5 seconds. That deals a total of 18 damage, 6 of which is front loaded together with the first Demolisher hit. So it's really not that strong. Demolishers do an average damage of about 80. And then Burning Oil adds 16 max. 6 minimum. 18 max. 6 minimum. 6, 6, 3, 3. 18 max, 6 minimum. So that's, you know, depending on how well the demo hits, can be something like
Greetings, friend.
8% increase or 15% increase on the damage, also depending on the armor type.